Dear parents, teachers and students, this video is an initiative of Norbertine Institute of Counseling and Empowerment, NICE-Counselling Center. We are extremely happy to connect you all through our YouTube channel to offer a few tips and advices regarding how to deal with the consequences of the corona crisis and the pandemic lockdown, and also to improve the mental health of our kids. Kindly subscribe our channel for more information. Since December 2019 and January 2020, the world is completely dominated and upset by the corona crisis. As the coronavirus or COVID-19 pandemic sweeps across the globe, it is causing widespread concern, fear and stress. A major global crisis urging governments in all countries to take in the first place appropriate community health care in order to embank the spreading of the virus and to prevent people from getting infected as much as possible. Hundreds of thousands of people are infected and tens of thousands have died. Uncertainty provokes anxiety and fear of the unknown stress. In the current situation, everyone from young children to adults will be placed in a situation that is potentially damaging. In most countries, governments have decided to proclaim a complete or almost complete lockdown. This is also the case in India. Besides general measures regarding washing hands regularly, staying at a safe distance from each other, and various measures for adult people regarding going to work and going for shopping, there are also measures specifically for children. The most important is that all schools are closed and that students are forced to stay at home during the whole day, week after week. For many students, this is the very difficult situation. How to spend a day without getting bored, how to find useful and agreeable activities, how to deal with the missing regular contacts with friends, neighbors and family members, how to find ways to meet the normal need of physical activity, running, playing, sporting and frolicking, how to prevent getting irritated at home, etc. On the other hand, parents too have great difficulty to deal with their children being home day after day. How can they help them find a useful day program? And how can they prevent them from continuous social media and internet activity? And also very important, how can parents prevent themselves from getting irritated and angry due to their children's tiresome and annoying behavior? As we move forward, here are some suggestions for both students and parents with a special emphasis on how we can help our students and improve their mental health. Next, we would like to talk to you about a few suggestions for parents. First point, virus alert syndrome. Limit your kids' exposure to media coverage as this can increase feelings of fear and anxiety. Be mindful of sources of information and ensure your ones are accessing appropriate, reliable and accurate information. In many cases, the childish inventions contain untruths and frightening ideas which may cause anxieties or depressed or physical complaints such as headache. Children who have adequate information are easier to persuade to accept the government measures that are imposed upon them and to behave as required. Hence, give your children extra attention and reassurance. If possible, minimize their exposure to social media that may heighten up anxiety. Second point, daily time schedule. Parents can prevent their children from getting bored, restless, or frustrated by making a daily time schedule. Programming and structuring the day is very important for children. It gives them something to go by, since they know from hour to hour when to go and what to do. The best way is that parents design the daily routine together with their children. It is better not to impose it upon them or to be militant with the schedule, but to discuss the program with them, such as to enlarge the chances for their child's collaboration, to preserve and to ensure kids' mental well-being. Third point, activities. In the daily time schedule, parents and children together should make a good mix of educational tasks, creative, physical, or sports activities, tasks that to some extent challenging the child's competencies, practicing piano, reading, cleaning, cooking together, or even playing in the backyard. Fourth point, social media and internet use. With the children missing a regular school program, the chance of them going on social media and internet is very high. Open communication about the amount of time to be spent each day on social media and about items that they can search on the internet is absolutely necessary. It helps to prevent children from social media and internet abuse and from the risk of being abused via the social media by other people too. Fifth point, defiant behavior. Since students in Norbertine until now are not confronted with the corona cases real, and since the limiting government measures are imposed upon them by force, the chance of them getting defiant and unwilling is very high, particularly during puberty age. Sixth point, irritation. Children and parents being together at home for such a long time each day increases the risk of either the children or the parents getting irritated sometimes. This is a normal phenomenon and nothing to be worried about once irritations are solved appropriately. There is, however, one exception that the irritation may never result in physical abuse and maltreatment and sexual abuse by parents, neighbors, or family friends. During the last months, all over the world, the amounts of children abuse cases are rising to an alarming extent that is reason for great concern. So each person around vulnerable children has to be alert and try to prevent such behavior from happening. Seventh point, addictions. Limit the computer and electronic gadgets usage. Closely monitor what content they are exposed to. Children with addiction lose control over their actions. They crave and reach out solace in drugs, alcohol, pornography, monophobia, that is fear of being without phone, zero inbox syndrome, internet and social media addiction, damaging friendship or hurting family. We wind up our suggestions for parents and we move on to share with you a few more suggestions for our students.